Good morning. We will start session 3 on chapter rational numbers. So in the previous session, we completed the properties of rational numbers. We understood the commutative property and associative property with respect to rational numbers, whole numbers, integers and natural numbers. I had given you all the homework to check the properties of closure property under rational numbers, whole numbers, integers and natural numbers. Hope you all have done that. We also understood the another property, that is roll of 0 and roll of 1, as well as a negative number and the reciprocal. That is, roll of 0 is called as a identity element for addition, and roll of 1 is nothing but multiplicative identity for multiplication. Then we understood the negative of a number, that is additive inverse, and reciprocal of a number, which is multiplicative inverse. We'll start with the first exercise. So the first question is, using appropriate properties, find. So there are two sub questions in that. Minus 2 by 3 into 3 by 5 plus 5 by 2 minus 3 by 5 into 1 by 6. Now, when you look at the sum, it is about applying the DMAS rule. So, what is this DMAS rule? So, which is nothing but, first if you have a division, you need to first apply division rule, then multiplication, then addition, then subtraction, right? But here we don't have anything division, that means we have to first apply the multiplication, addition and then subtraction. But here they have given us, we have to solve this using appropriate properties. That means we need to apply the properties what we have studied now, commutative, associative or distributive. Let us first check. So what we will do when we look at such type of sums, just look for a term which is actually common in both. Now for example here 3 by 5 is there, we have another 3 by 5. So now what I will do here is, I will just interchange writing pattern. I will write 3 by 5 into, since it is a negative, I can't be writing two signs together, minus 2 by 3 I will write. And here also it is same thing, minus 3 by 5 into 1 by 6. So 3 by 5 multiplied by a number, 3 by 5 is also multiplied by a number. What remained? Plus 5 by 2. Which property did I use here? I used commutativity property kind of thing. That's because I just interchanged. I interchanged. But the answer will be same. So I will write here by commutative property. Okay. Next, before we solve, we cannot be solved. See, we can solve this directly just by applying DMAS. But the question says we have to solve using appropriate properties only. That is why. Next, what I will do here is now 3 by 5, I will take common. If I take 3 by 5 common, 3 by 5 into what is this? Minus 2 by 3. See, if I multiply, I get back the same answer again. Minus 3 by 5 into what I get? 1 by 6. Minus 1 by 6 plus 5 by 2. Just see here. 3 by 5 into minus 2 by 3 is this answer. 3 by 5 into minus 1 by 6 is again this answer. I am getting the same answer there, right? What property is this? With using what property I am doing this? It is multiplicative over addition, multiplication over addition, distributive property of multiplication over addition or subtraction, what you can see. I will just write here by distributive property over. These are the only two properties which I am using this. Now I will solve. 3 by 5 Now I have to actually add this with the same, with the negative sign. LCM of 3 and 6 I have to find. LCM of 3 and 6 is 6. Now here, one more thing children, we will be having working, that means you will be subtracting, adding, dividing, all these things. Do not do it wherever you find space in the book, right? Or in the margin somewhere, in your hand. Especially, please do not do behind the book, last page. Do not do it there. Rather, what you can do is, to your right hand side, just draw one column, just draw a line and make sure all the working is done here. It looks very neat. You have the sum, you have the working of the sum here, right? Try to adapt this from now itself, it will be useful even later. Now see here, usually if it is 3 and 6, how do we take LCM? 2 as it is here, 3s are 6, so 3 1s are 1s are, 3 2s are is 6. This is the usual old conventional method of finding LCM. But trick wise, when we look at the number, just by looking at the number I can tell the LCM is 6. I'll give you some examples. Let me take the number as 1 by 10 minus 3 by 20. It's a number. Another number is 4 by 25 plus 3 by 5. Now in both the case, I will tell that I'll take one more number. 1 by 6 minus 2 by 4. Okay, I'll take 1 by 4. Okay, fine. 10 and 20, I'll directly tell LCM is 20. 25 and 5, I'll tell LCM is 25. 6 and 4, I can't be doing that. Why? Because when I look at 10 and 20, is 20 a multiple of 10? Yes, 10 ones are, 10 twos are. 25 and 5, is 25 a multiple of 5? 5 ones are, 5 twos are, 3s are, 4s are, 5 5s are. That means when a number is a multiple of another number, the greater number is the LCM. Remember this one thing. When we have such numbers, we can't do anything. You go in for the old method. Suppose if the number is like this, 1 by 11 plus 3 by 10. Now 11 and 10, there are no common factors. Or okay, 11 by what I will give here is 30. Okay, 1 by 30 I'll give, that's better. 1 by 3 I'll give. Fine. 11 and 3 are prime numbers. There are no common factors in them, right? That means LCM is, we just multiply the number, that is 33. Prime numbers when we have, we just multiply them. Please remember this. Otherwise, you don't understand, you don't want to remember this. It will hardly take a minute or two. Use the conventional old method and find the LCM, right? So that is how you find the LCM. But make sure that all these things are done in the working column, what you have there, not anywhere in the book. So let's proceed. 3 and 6, LCM is 6. So I will multiply this by 3 2s are, so 2, and this by 1. Minus 2. So minus 2 into 2 is 2 2s are minus 4, and this is minus 1. Right? Okay. And this is nothing but here 3 by 5 as it is plus 5 by 2. Next step, 3 by 5, this is into minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5 by 6 plus 5 by 2. I can cancel this now. 3 ones are. Please, for cancellation, please use pencil. 3 ones are, 3 twos are, 5 ones are, 5 ones are will get cancelled. So what will remain here? Minus 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2. Since the denominator is same, so it is 2 here minus 1 plus 5, that is equal to, I cannot be doing it down, so I am doing it here. Please do it one below the other. So this is 4 by 2. Always a fraction when you get, try to reduce that in the simplest form. 2 ones are, 2 twos are. Answer is 2. So 2 is the answer for this simplification. There is a similar another sum which we will be doing it here in the class. So I want you all to make a note of this sum. You can pause the video and make a note. Till then we will start with the next similar sum wherein we have to use the similar property, that is commutative and distributive and solve the sum. So the first way, we'll start with the second part. What they have asked here is 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7 minus 1 by 6 into 3 by 2 plus 1 by 14 into 2 by 5. Right? We'll just check. 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7 minus 1 by 6 into 3 by 2 is 1 by 14 into 2 by 5. Now here, again you see that we have 2 by 5 in common. Let's just group the terms by using the commutative law. So I'll keep this term as it is, since it is 2 by 5 into minus 3 by 7. Now what I will do here is, this is one whole term, correct? So I will write here plus 2 by 5 into 1 by 14. It's the same thing. I have to multiply this two. That is what I have written just by interchanging. So what is remaining? That you have to write. Minus 1 by 6 into 3 by 2. I have not done anything, just by interchanging the multiplication part only, by keeping the sign same. So what property is this? By commutative property. Now, I can take 2 by 5 common here. Yes, I can take 2 by 5 common. If I take 2 by 5 common, what will remain? Minus 3 by 7 plus 1 by 14, and this will remain as it is. 1 by 6 into 3 by 2. Yes, you can cancel 3 1s are 3 2s are. Wait, we do it systematically. So what property it is? By distributive. Okay, now you know the rest, simplest part. 2 by 5, now see here. LCM of 7 and 14 is 14. I'll write 14 here. So 7 2s are 14 into 2. So into 1. Minus 3 into 2. 3 2s are is 6 minus sign plus 1. Here it is 3 1s are. It is 3 2s are. Right? So this is minus 1 by 4. Is this correct? Next. Equal to 2 by 5 of minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5 by 14 minus 1 by 4. You can cancel 5 and 5. Minus will remain. 2 1s are, 2 7s are 14. So what will remain here? Minus 1 by 7 minus 1 by 4. Is that right? 7 and 4 LCM is, now see here, 7 and 4 have no common terms in them. That is why we just multiply, and the LCM is 28. 7 4s are 28. So 7 4s are, so into 4, 4 7s are. So this is minus 4 and this is minus 7. Minus 4 minus 7 is minus 11 by 28 is the answer. So the answer for this solution is minus 11 by 28. Again I am repeating, you can solve this in the simple manner, but we have to use properties and solve. That is why we have done it this manner. So copy down these two sums. Your homework is, there are similar two sums in the worked examples which you have to solve it. Now you look into the pages which worked examples are there on the similar properties that you have to solve. Now let's start with the next sum. We'll start the second way. They have asked, write the additive inverse of. We know the additive inverse. Now what is additive inverse? Just to recall, it is the opposite sign. If it is plus, minus. If it is minus, plus. Right? Additive inverse of 2 by 8 is minus 2 by 8. Only the sign will change. Additive inverse of minus 5 by 9 is plus 5 by 9. Now look at this sum. upon minus 5. Both are minus. So the number will be minus minus will get cancelled. So the number will be 6 by 5. Okay? Because minus minus will get cancelled here. Now what is additive inverse of 6 by 5? Minus 6 by 5. Correct? Opposite sign. 2 by minus 9. See, again I am telling you here is minus is sometimes for the number they give you, but it is for the whole understood. So it is 2 by 9 means don't write minus 2 by 9. Minus is only once. So this answer is 2 by 9. 9 became positive, that's all. 19 by minus 6. Answer is 19 by 6. You also have to draw the tabular column, numbers in additive inverse and write it this manner only. These are all asked in MCQs, so 1 mark of fill in the blanks. So let's move on to the next, that is third main. So third main they have asked is verify that minus of minus x is equal to x, right? And we have to prove that. So here first one they have given x value as 11 upon 15. So they have given x value as 11 upon 15. We need to take LHS and we have to solve for RHS. So what is LHS here? LHS is minus of minus x. Correct? Is equal to minus as it is. In bracket also minus as it is because that's a given question. It is x value here. Substitute. 11 upon 15. What is minus into minus? Plus. That is 11 by 15. So what was x value? Which is nothing but x. Correct, no? 11 by 15 was the question itself. That is what you proved here. You proved that is equal to x. So that is equal to RHS. Simple, right? Similarly, we have the next way in this, where they have given you the x value as minus 13 upon 17. Now here the question itself they have given in minus. So let's be very careful in solving. So this is second part and this is the first part. LHS. What is LHS now? That is the question. Minus of minus x is the question. Let's go with the question. Minus as it is, use a bigger bracket because we have one more negative sign. Minus in the question also as it is. Okay. Now the x value. What is x value? Minus 13 by 17. Close the bracket. See here. This minus is of the question. This minus is of the question. This minus 13 by 17 is the x value what I have substituted. Always while removing the bracket, start from the smallest bracket. So this minus sign as it is. Minus into minus plus 13 by 17. So what is it here? Plus is there. So answer is minus 13 by 17. What is minus 13 by 17? The given question, that is nothing but x, that equal to RHS. Hence proved. Yes, isn't it the sum very simple? So I want you all to copy down these two sums. We'll start with the next one, fourth main, multiplicative inverse. To remind you all, multiplicative inverse is nothing but the reciprocal of the number with the same sign of the number. So, minus 13 is the given number. Its multiplicative inverse is minus 1 by 13. Because minus 1 by 13 into minus 13 is plus 1. You need to get plus 1 always. Minus 13 by 19. Multiplicative inverse is minus 19 upon 13 with the same sign but reciprocal of it. 1 by 5 is nothing but 5 by 1, that is 5 itself. Just look at this number now. What we will do here is, first let us multiply and get a number, then find its reciprocal. So nothing can be cancelled. Minus 5 into minus 3 is plus 15. 7 8s are 56. Correct? So So the number is 15 by 56. What is the multiplicative inverse of this? 56 upon 15. Correct? Next, let's again multiply this. Minus 1 into minus 2 is minus into minus plus 2 by 5. So its multiplicative inverse will be 5 by 2. The last one, multiplicative inverse of minus 1 is minus 1 only. Even if you write minus 1 by 1, so its reciprocal of 1 is 1, correct? So it is minus 1. So these are the numbers and these are the multiplicative inverse of the given numbers. Make a note of this in your book. The fifth main, they have asked to identify the property used in the given numbers. To get the first one, minus 4 by 5 into 1 is equal to 1 into minus 4 by 5. Answer is minus 4 by 5 itself. That means when you multiply a number with 1, you get the number itself. So which property it is? This is identity element, or you can say 1 is the identity element for multiplication. So I will write here 1 is the identity element for multiplication. Okay. Look at the next property. Minus 13 by 17 into minus 2 by 7 is equal to minus 2 by 7 into minus 13 by 17. That means if I have a set of two numbers, I multiply them, and if I interchange and multiply them also, I get the same answer. That's what equal to. Which property it is? It is commutative property. Yes, but commutative property of what? Addition, multiplication of what? Of multiplication. So when we write commutative property here, you might get only half mark, but if you want to get full 1 mark, you need to mention commutative property of multiplication, because multiplication sign is involved. Please write the sign with the property involved in it. So this is commutative property of multiplication. And the last one, minus 19 by 29 into 29 by minus 19 is equal to 1. When I have a number and if I multiply the reciprocal of the number with it, I get answer 1. So what is it? So which property it is? It is multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse. Enough, handkerchief you write. So what properties they have asked? You need to write the question and write the property against it. I need you all to copy down this. We'll go with the sixth main now. So what does it ask? Multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. I have to multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. Solution. First let me write the reciprocal of the number. Reciprocal of minus 7 by 16 is, reciprocal is what? Minus 16 by 7. Okay. Now, by data is according to the given question. Anything you can write. I just use the word by data because that was a data given. By data, multiply 6 by 13 with the reciprocal of 7 by minus 16 is nothing but minus 16 by 7. Now, what you have to do here? You have to just multiply and write the answer. Now, that is what is asked. Multiply the given thing by the reciprocal of the given number. So, any try to cancel it, and if you are not able to cancel, just write the answer, which is nothing but minus 96 by 91. So that is the answer when you multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. Make a note, we'll start with the next one. Now here, seventh question, tell what property allows you to compute the given numbers they have given. You need not solve that, but you need to only identify the property used here. So, seventh question, I am giving that for homework. You need to just identify the property used. But please remember, with respect to addition or multiplication, you have to mention with that. I'll start with the eighth one. What have they asked? Seventh one is homework. Tomorrow morning's next session. Before I start the session, I'll first discuss the answers of the homework sums and then I will proceed further. Is 8 by 9 a multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8? Why or why not? If it is yes, give reason. If it is not, also give reason. So according to them is 8 by 9. I'll just use the shortcuts here, but you do not use that. Multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8, right? I need to find out. So, how do we do this? First and foremost, what we will do here is, we will first find the multiplicative inverse of this. Solution. Multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8 is equal to 8 ones are 8. So forget about this minus sign here. So 8 ones are 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So it is minus 9 by 8. Do not use the usually. See, actually if you multiply 8 ones are is 8. Minus 8 plus 1 we don't apply like that. This minus is for the whole fraction it is. That means when we apply that improper fraction conversion, we don't consider that minus in addition subtraction. Minus is for the fraction. That is what I have kept. 8 ones are 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. Multiplicative inverse of this is this. Right? So according to the data, I need to check whether this is a multiplicative inverse of this or not. So I will write here now. 8 by 9 into minus 9 by 8 is equal to what? If I cancel this, minus 1, which is not equal to 1. Why did I write here 1? Because multiplicative inverse, when I multiply and write like this, I need to get plus 1 as an answer. But what am I getting? I am getting minus 1 as an answer. Therefore, give the conclusion. 8 by 9 is not the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8, that is nothing but minus 9 by 8. That's the answer. Very simple, right? So, similarly we have a next question, that is is 0.3 the multiplicative inverse of 3 1 by 3. Let's solve that. Before that, please copy down this question. So the next one is 0.3, same thing I'll write here, is 0.3 the multiplicative inverse of what it is given? 3 1 by 3. Okay, we need to find. So first of all, we'll find the multiplicative is that a multiplicative inverse of that. So we will write here, one second children, multiplicative inverse of this, I need not write multiplicative inverse. I have, because this is not the multiplicative inverse, right? Make some changes. So only thing what you write here is simple, you write minus 1 by 8 can be written as 8 ones are 8, 8 plus 1 9 by 8, 9. That's enough. Because this is also a number, this is also a number. We need to check, is this a multiplicative inverse of this, right? Please make these changes. Similarly, there we will do it now. Solution. So, 3, 1 by 3 can be written as 3 3s are 9, 9 plus 1, 10 by 3, right? Including 0.3. How do we write 0.3? This is given in decimal, but if you have to convert the decimal and fraction, which you have done it in your 5th, 6th or 7th, it is written as 3 by 10. Am I right? Yes? Okay. So now what we will do is, this is the given number, therefore I just multiply 3 by 10 into 10 by 3. What is the answer? 1. That is nothing but multiplicative inverse, right? So I'll give the conclusion. Therefore, 0.3 is the multiplicative inverse of 3, 1 by 3, right? Small correction which I have to do it here, because that is not the inverse, that is a given number. We just converted the given number in the proper form, which was a mixed fraction. We converted that in form of a improper fraction, okay? So that is what it is. Now the next main, that is 10th and 11th main, it is like you have to just write it and fill in the blanks. Please sit with a pencil in your hand with your textbook and just going to read out the answers, because they are quite very simple. You can finish that as a homework. Please sit with a pencil in your hand, and as and when I am reading it out, you can mark in your book. First one. The rational number that does not have a reciprocal. Which is a number which does not have a reciprocal? If usually what comes to your mind? 1 comes to your mind. But 1 has a reciprocal. What is it? 1 itself, right? Which does not have a reciprocal at all. If I write it in inverse order, it does not stand. That means 0. So the answer here is so the first part, that is 10th main, first answer is 0. 0 is a number which does not have a reciprocal. Next one. The rational numbers that are equal to its reciprocal. 1 is equal to the reciprocal? Yes. Is minus 1 equal to the reciprocal? Yes. So, second answer is 1 and minus 1. Last one. The rational number that is equal to its negative. Which is a rational number? Even if I write its negative, it is again equal. Which is that? Do you think this? No. 1 is different from minus 1. The answer is 0. So here, the last one, the rational number that is equal to its negative, answer is 0. So, given the fill in the blanks, please mark it and you have to write this in the book. Fill in the blanks, the first one, 0 has no reciprocal. So 11th one, that is first, is 0 has no reciprocal. It is the same repetition of the 10th one, what you are writing it in the 11th one. The numbers dash and dash are the reciprocals of their own. That is 1 and minus 1. Next one. The reciprocal of minus 5 is what it is? Reciprocal. That is minus 5 is minus 1 by 5. The next one, fourth one, the reciprocal of 1 by x, where x not equal to 0. Reciprocal of 1 by x is x, the number again. Fifth one, the product of two rational numbers is always rational. If two rational numbers you multiply, you again get a rational number only, right? And the last one, that is 1. The reciprocal of a positive rational number is positive. The reciprocal of a negative rational number will be what it will be? Negative. Why? Because reciprocal, when we write it, we have to get the number, that is 1 itself. That means if it is negative, reciprocal should also be negative. If it is positive, reciprocal should also be positive. With that, we complete first exercise of chapter rational numbers. So your homework for today is, I have marked one sum. Then this 10th and 11th page we have discussed this. You need to write this in the notebook. So any doubt in today's class, you need to call on the same day of the video set so that I can address the doubt in case if you have in tomorrow's session before I start with the next concept. So in our tomorrow's session, we will be understanding how to represent a rational number on a number line.